So let's tell you a little bit about London. The beginning of our honeymoon was London.
Yeah.
And like before we really start this adventure, this longer term adventure. So for the short term, I felt like we got a lot done that we wanted to do. We just did the Winston Churchill War Room, which was probably the coolest museum maybe I've ever been to, like historical museum.
I agree, it's probably the best planned out, laid out. They knew you were adults and you weren't going to touch anything, but it was just, yeah, I mean, you hardly saw any staff or security or anything as you were going through it, because we're all human beings who won't fuck up a museum. In the United States, they would have guards armed at every counter so you don't put your gum on anything.
So we basically saw where Winston Churchill defeated Germany in World War II. Like the actual place where it happened. So we're at Churchill's War Room and we're eating in the cafe. Grabbed a little snack in the same place that he used to eat, right?
Yes.
Are you having fun here?
Yes, I desperately want to smoke a cigar.
He had 8 a day. That's insane.
How did he afford this? Yeah.
Over here is 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives, where Winston Churchill lived. And then here, they would just come outside. I think they had an interior entrance too. But they would just go down these steps, which has now obviously been made into a museum. And we basically were under this building for the past couple of hours.
We were in his secret underground lair. He was not a supervillain. My mind has changed after seeing it. He's completely not a villain.
We're gonna go check out this this park over here. Here goes a cab. Here goes a bunch of cabs. I don't know that I'm ever gonna get used to them driving on the left side of the road. I keep wanting to step out into traffic, and instead I'm being overly cautious and looking in all directions.
Something that you didn't bother to do in New York City.
Exactly. Then we walked to Buckingham Palace.
That's where the Queen lives.
The Queen lives there, and apparently while we were there at Buckingham Palace outside trying to taunt the guards.
They need to get those knees up higher if they're trying to do high knees.
High knees, high knees.
What if they had a kettlebell in the other hand?
Just swinging it?
It'd be amazing.
I feel like we know some people who could train them to do that. Let's see if we can zoom in and see their faces. Sir, we see you. Prince William was inside knighting Rod Stewart, which we found out later on the news. And I was like, we were there. It was very exciting.
Sir Roderick Stewart.
Roderick Stewart. Our good friends, Owen and Josh.
Shout out.
They were giving us tips on what to do in London and said the Tower of London. Totally almost said Tower of Terror.
The Tower of Terror.
The Tower of London was up there to do. Such a great experience. So much fun, so much history. We did a walking tour with one of the beefeaters, Peter the Beefeater. He was hilarious and very informative.
Yeoman warder.
Oh.
Beefeater could be seen as a derogatory.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I loved him. I mean, his name was Peter, but I feel like I could have called him Gus because he was a total Gus.
He was a Peter. The yeoman warder who took us on a tour, which was included in your price of admission.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't do it because they're like, oh, we'll just walk around and, you know, figure it out on our own. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't like to learn.
We love to learn. In fact, we yearn for it.
Knowledge is power. Because what you don't know, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know until you don't know it.
You also get to see the crown jewels, which were very cool. You could not take pictures. They were very specific about that. Which it was cool, but feel like I'm gonna download a picture and show you right now.
We can like Google Queen Elizabeth and you'll see the scepter and the tiara and the crown, but you won't see it up close like we did.
I was insistent that we go through the torture tower. I think Andrew was a little bit like, we don't have to do this. And I was like, we have to do this. I need to see where tortures took place. I don't know why I'm a little sick in the head like that, but I wanted to see it. So we went through and we saw torture devices and carvings on the walls from prisoners. It was totally ghost filled. I mean, we didn't see any ghosts, but you so felt it. It was creepy and so awesome.
Headless folks, all of them.
Their heads on a spike on the London Bridge, which leads us to the London Bridge. We didn't cross it. We didn't find the need to. It was so beautiful from afar.
Yeah.
And so we didn't cross it.
Well, we went over Waterloo Bridge and Millennium Bridge and like 5 other bridges.
Yeah.
Because it's the Thames. Many bridges over the Thames.
Many.
Yep.
Also throughout the week we saw Big Ben, Parliament.
Oh, look kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
And then we also saw Westminster Abbey, which I was very excited to go into. Let me tell you something right now.
Frugal.
I'm not paying £20 to walk into a church just because Diana got married there. So we saw it from outside.
Joy's Corner. Hashtag Joy's Corner.
It's not as good as Andrew's Corner.
Joy's Frugal Corner?
Joy's Frugality.
Joy's Frugality, yes. That, it's in and of itself, trending daily, if only just in my life.
Absolutely, because every night we sit down with the spreadsheet and enter all of our receipts and expenses, because that's how we're able to do a 9 to 12 month trip. If you want more advice on that, I will be happy to privately consult.
Yes. Don't ask me, because I'll say, get you a Joy, or just fly by the seat of your pants, man. Live life, do what you want to do. We're
doing a little bit of both, but we also have to stick to a budget because we quit our jobs and we don't have an income.
I didn't think she'd see me mugging behind her. Shh, guys, she's right there.